And then let's see, this one is the 06 brush, so I've skipped a little bit. This 06 brush, I was interested to see how it compares to the MAC 217, so I have that sitting here, and this is how the size compares. So the MAC 217 is a bit shorter, and it's not thicker, but it's fluffier because of the type of hair. I don't know if this, again, is squirrel hair or goat hair. If it is goat hair, it's a type of goat hair that's a lot finer than this type that the MAC one is. The MAC one definitely feels much, much stiffer, and this one is super duper soft. And I love that it's skinny because that means that, oh gosh, and the way that it's cut, I'm sorry. I know that this is going to do like a cut crease, like putting stuff in the crease and blending it out like heavens to Betsy. Like this is going to be lovely. I do have a little bit of funny like splaying hairs here that it just came out of the package like that. If you can see on the side, there's some like crinkled hairs that I was pointing to, but I think those will just straighten up as soon as it gets washed with a brush guard, and I think they'll be fine. And it will be no problem. But this seems like a very, very cool brush. Like, yeah. So far, out of all the ones I've seen, I mean, you know, I'm excited to try this one, but like this is probably I know is going to be a favorite for an eye brush. It's pointed enough that all the ones that I have, like the Hakuhodo ones that are just round, completely round and pointed, I think I'm going to like this better than those because for blending in the crease, because somehow, because it's wider, I feel like it blends better than the ones that are just round. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this looks really cool. Okay, so then the next one that I am seeing is the 04 one. So this is the one that is a little bit smaller than the other round one, not the blending one I just showed you, but the other round one. And so this one reminds me a lot of the Hakuhodo brushes I already have. There's one called the S1, sorry, I had to go get it. It's called the S142, and I know that this is one of Hakuhodo's most popular brushes for crease work, and they look very, very similar. On feeling them, they're actually very, very similar. And I know that this Hakuhodo one is blue squirrel hair. So this one looks and feels very, very similar to it, and I'm imagining that it is also blue squirrel hair. So that's the reason why these are so expensive, because if this one's blue squirrel hair, then there's a really good chance all the rest of them are blue squirrel hair. I mean, because they all look and feel the same to me. I mean, and that blue squirrel hair is the hair that is like super crazy expensive. So I imagine, I can't remember if Goss told everybody what the hair was, but I think that that's what they are. So if you already own this S142 brush by Hakuhodo, I can't imagine that you would need to have this one by Goss, which is 04, but they do feel like slightly different. Like maybe the Goss one's a little bit more pointed and maybe a little bit thinner, but they're very, very similar. And they might actually be the same, to be honest. Okay, and then the next one is the 05 brush, and this one also feels to be made from the same material. It is pointed, but it seems like it's not as pointed as the others. Actually, it's more flat on the tip. Okay, I had to grab a couple of Hakuhodos so I can compare them. Okay, this is a Hakuhodo from the J series, and I'll put information of what the number is. But so the Hakuhodo one is squirrel hair. I mean, the Hakuhodo one is a goat hair, and the Goss Makeup Artist one, I believe, I'm wanting to say, is got to be squirrel hair. So Hakuhodo one is a little bit stiffer. I mean, it's very soft, you know, for a brush, but it's stiffer than the Goss one. But the Goss one it's not tapered like the other ones are. The one I have is a lot more flattish. So sort of like how this Hakuhodo one is more flat. Another Hakuhodo one that I have, the S146 brush, it's a lot, well, it's sort of splayed because I've used it since it's been washed, but it's pointier. If you can see, like the tip is pointy, and this one is more flattish across the top. But still, I know that I'm gonna love this brush for my crease work because I have a very deep set crease and small eyes, and I love this Hakuhodo one right here is one of my favorites for doing crease blending. So like placing stuff in the crease more precisely, like this is gonna be amazing, and I'm really, really gonna love this brush. I know already. variety just by looking at it. And then the last two brushes then would be the, I like a lot. Okay, so first the 07 brush, which is a little maybe pony horsehair, something like that brush. It's very soft for what it is, very, very pointy. Like I can feel, even though it's so soft, it feels like it's pointy when I go back and forth against it. And I actually just did a little tutorial with a Hakuhodo brush that was a little detail brush. And let's see if I can find it somewhere around here on this table. It is right here. And I will put the information about what this one is because it's a little bit bigger, but it's still a tiny brush. And it's similar across this way, but the Goss one is even more precise across this way. And I think it would do well for gel liner. I have one by Hakuhodo, the K005 brush, which I enjoy for gel liner probably more than I'll enjoy this one because it's a little bit skinnier and a little bit more precise than this one. But this one is quite precise along the top, and I think it's going to be a really great detail brush. Also, if you can tell, like the taper starts really down low. So that means that there's little tips all the way from down here to the tip that are going to be picking up powder and able to distribute it, because the hair right on the tip of the hair picks up the powder the best, as opposed to like along the shaft of the hair. So I think that's going to be a really lovely one. And of course all of these are made with the same sort of quality that I see in like Hakuhodo brushes. So in terms of like the ferrule and the way that the handle is, I mean, I'm not surprised if he didn't get Hakuhodo to make them for him, because they do like make a lot of brushes for other companies. So then the last brush is actually his little pusher brush. He said a push liner brush, and this I am quite impressed with. I believe it is not synthetic hair. It sure looks like pony hair or something like that. It is just, it's not tapered at all. It's just all of the hairs are the length of the brush. And it is tiny, tiny, but very fine, very skinny. And I am really going to enjoy this because I don't have a brush like this, and I need a brush like this because I definitely need one exactly like this to do exactly what this is for, and I am excited about that. So other just general observations are that these have shorter handles, just like all of the Hakuhodo and Japanese brushes typically have. So if you're a makeup artist used to using like really long handles, you're going to find that these are a lot different than that for you. However, for me, like, it doesn't bother me at all. They do have a nice weight and balance to them, and especially like this foundation one, it's like you hold it like this and it just feels so balanced and so nice. I really like it a lot. You know, they're just all like that. I think they're very easy to use. I would much rather use something like this than a really long handle for me personally, but a lot of people who are used to what they're used to, you know, don't like something different. So, and then other than that, other than the short handles thing, just the fact that they are so different, that there is no large powder brush in the set, is something that I think people may criticize. I'm not going to criticize. I have so many large powder brushes and Hakuhodo ones and whatever. If I want something like that, then I'll have it. But if somebody bought this set and they really wanted a large powder brush, there isn't one in here. And I don't know, obviously Goss didn't feel the need to have one in here for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I guess he felt like you can get everything and precisely with this one, and I definitely, you know, I'm sure that you can, certainly. It's just probably, it's something that I see as something that people are probably going to criticize, or some people may be disappointed by, but otherwise, they're really awesome brushes. It seems like they're all made really well. I feel like I got my money's worth for them because I know how expensive these brushes are. I have several Hakuhodo brushes, and, you know, like, a brush like this from Hakuhodo could easily be, I don't know, $70, $60, $70, and then a brush like this could easily be like $80 or $70 depending on what line it's in, and you know, down from there. And all 8 of these were $210, I believe. So I think that they're really a good deal. And if you're not sure what that brand is that I keep using, Hakuhodo, it's a Japanese company. They have like the best brushes ever in the world, and I will spell it and put a link to their website as well down below, just in case you want to kind of compare the prices. Like if you're thinking that the prices of these are outrageous and crazy and all of that, really they're not, because they are made quality. So with that said, this is the brush collection. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful if you're maybe thinking about buying them in the future if they come back in stock. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any other questions for me, please let me know below. I love to hear from you guys, and I'm also on Twitter and Instagram, so you can follow me there as well. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!